Greetings and Happy New Year. I'm Ann Turan, co-founder of Pilates Reforming New York with my husband, chiropractor Errol Turan. The Pilates Reforming New York team thanks you and wishes you a Happy New Year. Since 2002, we have been bringing quality, affordable Pilates to all who have entered our studios and now our virtual Zoom studios. It has been an incredulous year. As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have permanently been forced to close 2 of our locations. However, we are committed to our 76th Street, our 38th Street, and our New Jersey locations, as long as you all continue to attend our virtual and limited in-person classes. The PRNY teachers who are available this afternoon have gathered to teach you a mat class to thank you and make you feel good. Please feel free to share this class that we're taping today with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Thank you again for your continued support and cheers to a healthy, happy 2021. All right, so everybody standing up, we're gonna go for a nice warm up. So welcome everybody, we got our team, our PRNY team ready to go. So let's stand up with a nice parallel number 11 feet, your heels under your sit bones. And we're gonna do some shoulder rolls. Let's lift the shoulders up. Inhale, exhale, roll back and down. And inhale, lift and roll back and down. And lift and roll back and down. 3. And one more time, 4. Now one shoulder only. Lift your right shoulder up and roll back. And lift your left. And we're adding a spinal rotation as we lift and roll our shoulder back. And lift and roll back. Let's do one more time. Both shoulders up and back. Standing nice and tall. We're going to do some rocking forward and back. So stand up, place one hand in front, one hand behind. And now just rock under the balls of the feet and feel your hamstrings and glutes turn on. And just shift your weight onto your heels and feel your toes lift up and your quads and your abs. And just rock forward under that ball of the foot. And rock back onto the heel. And 2 more times, rocking under the ball of the foot. Hamstrings and glutes, and heels, quads, and abs. And one more time, forward and back, and settle yourself down to neutral. And we're going to go side to side 4 times. So leaning to your right, inside, outside, ab the feet, and to your left. And feel your inner thighs turning on to stop you from falling sideways. So you're edging your foot as you shift your pelvis to your right and to your left, and come back to your center. Slightly bend your knees. I'm going to turn sideways to see your pelvic tilt. So your rib cage stays steady. And now you're going to rock your pelvis forward and rock your pelvis back. So it's like a bell swinging. Rock the pelvis forward and back. Keeping that rib cage steady. Rocking forward and back and forward and back. Come to your neutral. Stretch your legs straight and take a wider stance for deeper squats. Arms at your sides, and now we're going to shoot those hips back, raise your arms up to your ears, and a deep bend, and stand up, squeeze those glutes. And inhale, reach forward, and stand up tall. And reach 3, 6 reps. Here we go. 3 more, and 4. Nice deep squats. And 5, lift those arms nice and high. Keep your neck long. Last one, 6, stop. Put your hands on your knees, lock your elbows straight. And now roll through your spine into flexion, let your head hang. And roll through your spine to extension. So it's like a cat-cat. And round through your spine, scoop. And rocking away, arch. Gaze up the wall. And as you round your spine, let your head hang. And rock away, arch. One more time. Round your spine, pull your pelvis under, and then slowly roll up, roll your shoulders back. And now legs are wide and turned out. Lift your arms up over and stretch, reaching like you're climbing a rope to the ceiling. 3, pulling yourself higher and higher. 4, and reach 5, and 6. Last 2, stretching the sides of your body. Reach your arms, and now a single arm. Lift that right arm up and reach over to the top of the wall. Keep that armpit to the ceiling so you're not rolling forward. And lift back up. And lift the left arm up and reach over, armpit opening those ribs and stretch. And once again, lift that right arm up and side stretch. And return, and one more time, lift and side stretch. and return. Now rotate your feet forward, slightly bend your knees so your pelvis doesn't go anywhere. Reach your right arm forward, stop, and rotate to the corner, rotate the spine and lower. And left arm forward, stop, and rotate the other side. And here we go. Right arm and rotate, reach, left, and rotate. One more time each side. So focusing on those obliques helping you rotate. One more time, and rotate. And now standing up, come to a narrow parallel. Heels under you. And now rotate your whole spine. Feel like a barbershop pole. From your ankles all the way up to your neck. Feel all the joints in your body. Gently rotating, just monitor your knees and your hips. But lengthen your spine, growing taller and taller. All right, last couple things. We're going to do a lower leg warm-up, so stay in your parallel. And we're going to do 8 knee bends. Reach your arms forward and stretch tall. 8 times. And 2. And stretch. And 3. And stretch. And 4. And 5. And 6. 2 more. 7. And 8. Grow tall. Now 8 pulses. Bend those ankles and pulse. Keep your heels down. 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And stretch up. Bring your heels together. Pilates V. And here we go. Bend and stretch. Squeeze those inner thighs. 2. Pinch the heels together. 3. And pinch. 4. And pinch. 5. And 6. 2 more. 7. And 8. Zip up. Bend the knees. Squeeze the heels. Feel the inner thighs and pulse. 2. And if you really press those heels together, you feel it right around your booty too. 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Stretch tall. Open the legs a little wider. Now we're going for a deeper bend, but keep your back upright, no squats. So bend, now notice those knees are opening over the toes, and open. Pull the heels towards each other, and deep stretch, and open. And 3, and open. And 4, nice and low, just monitor those knees. 5, that they're not rolling in. And 6, and stretch. And 7, grow tall. And 8, and now we're going to bend, interlace your fingers, and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8. Feel those legs cooking, and open up. Rotate to parallel, V, parallel. Let's just work on the feet a little bit. Lift your heels up, bending your toes. 2. So you want to see the heel lift. 3, bending those toes. We got to bend the toes to walk. Let's go 4 more. And 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to do some big marching. Lift the knees up. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. 2 more. 7. Now swing your arms higher. Go. 8. Last 8. 7. 6. Pulses in. 7. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And lift up. And now gently roll your spine over. And now we're going to be turning it over to Ross.
Thanks for that warm up, Anne. That was excellent. Now, my favorite exercise is the 100s. So let's hop to it, you guys. Everyone lie down on your mats. We're going to put our feet flat on the mat, hands by our side, and lie flat for just a moment. We're going to do 4 abdominal preps, and then we'll go right into the 100s, I promise. Arms go up towards the ceiling. Take a giant breath here, and then exhale, follow your fingers with your eyes, scoop and curl up into an abdominal prep, hollowing out the belly. Take a breath, and then exhale, reach forward, take the arms up and lay the head down. Do 3 more. Inhale, exhale, scoop and curl up. Take a breath. And then exhale, reach forward, take the arms up, lay the head back down. Gonna start moving the legs. You take a breath, exhale, scoop and curl up. Now hold it here. Float the right leg to an easy tabletop. And then lower that foot down. Transfer the weight, left leg to tabletop. Lower it down, transfer the weight, right leg to tabletop. Lower it down, transfer the weight, left leg to tabletop. Lower it down, transfer the weight, right leg to tabletop, it stays there. Left leg comes up to meet the right. Curl up a little higher, take a breath, and then exhale, reach to take the arms up and lay the head back down. Here we go for the 100s. Take a breath, exhale, scoop, and curl up into your abdominal prep. For an extra challenge, lengthen those legs out in front of you, keep reaching through the toes, start to pump the arms, and this is where we do the hundreds. You inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 52, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 62, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 72, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 82, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 92, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100. Curl up a little higher, take a breath, and then exhale, bend those knees in, take the arms up, and lay the head down. Go ahead and put those feet down to the floor, and I'm going to pass it right over to Emily so that she can teach us our next exercise.
All right, thanks, Ross. My name is Emily. I'm going to teach you guys the roll up, and we're going to do some leg circles. So we're going to start on our back with our knees bent, our feet flat on the mat. And we're going to reach the arms up by the ears. And just notice if your ribs pulled away from the mat, try to soften your chest and have the ribs wide and heavy. We're gonna reach the fingertips forward, following the fingertips with the eyes, curling. We're gonna grab behind our knees, our thighs. I want you to find a pelvic tilt. Try to scoop the pelvis towards you. Pull yourself up and lengthen your legs. Slide the arms down on the mat. We're gonna take 3 pulses, stretching the low back for 3, 2, 1. We're going to start to roll back, and you're going to bend your knees again. Reach your fingertips forward, scoop the pelvis and lie down, reaching the arms up overhead, softening the chest. Good. Inhale, reach forward, grab behind your thighs again, scoop the pelvis towards you, try to flatten the low back, pull yourself, lengthen your legs long, slide the arms, pulse 3, 2, 1. And again, you start to roll back. Once your sacrum starts to roll into the mat, you're going to bend your knees, deepen your core again, and lie down, reach the arms up overhead. Let's take 2 more. Inhale, follow fingertips with the eyes. See if you can deepen the abdominals each time a little bit deeper, stretching the low back. Pulse 3, 2, 1, and roll it back. Find that sacrum, low back into the mat, bend the knees, and continue down. Good. Last one. Inhale. Grab behind the thighs, slide the legs long. Pulse 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's see if we can keep our legs straight as we roll down. We're going to stay down, roll the pelvis back, draw the navel in and up, glue the legs down, take a nice slow roll down, slow it down. Until you're on your back, grab your right knee into your chest and just give yourself a little hug 3 times, pulsing the leg towards you. Try to release that hip. And then we're going to interlace our fingers behind our thigh. Go ahead and flex the foot as you press the leg into the hands. And then we're going to point through the foot as we bend the knee. And again, flex, stamping the foot onto the ceiling. And then inhale, bend, point through the knee, point through the toe. Good. 2 more. Exhale. Start to glue that left leg down onto the mat because it's going to help us stabilize. For our leg circles, we're going to hold the leg straight. Arms are down onto the mat. We're going to take a little tick-tock first. So you're going to cross the leg over towards the left. Feel the inner thigh muscle engage. And then you're going to open the leg over to the right. Feel the outer hip take over. And again, inhale, cross inner thigh, muscle engages. And open out outer hip. One more like that. Remember, keep the left leg gluing down. And here we go. We're going to take small leg circles. We start by crossing. Inhale, exhale, circle it around. 1. We're going to take 6 of them. And I want you to feel the inner thigh and the outer hip working. Last 2. Last 1. Let's reverse it. Inhale, open. Exhale, circle around. Make sure those shoulders are internally rotated. And try to draw a circle, not a square, not a triangle, nice circle. Last 1. And go ahead and bend that knee. Slide the leg long. We're going to grab the other leg, left leg in towards us. Give yourself a little pulse in with that knee for 3, 2, 1. Interlace your hands behind your leg. Flex the foot as you stamp it onto the ceiling, straightening through the leg. And then articulate, point the toes as you bend the knee. And again, inhale, stamping the foot onto the ceiling. And articulate through the foot as you bend the knee. 2 more like that, trying to press your thigh into your hands to get your knee all the way straight. We're going to hold the leg up this time, pointing through the foot. Press the arms down. We take the tick-tock first. We're going to cross the midline, feel the inner thigh, and then open, feel the outer hip. You can be in parallel here. You can be in slight external rotation, but you want to keep your hips nice and square. Last 1. Let's go ahead and take it into the leg circle. Start by crossing. Inhale, make a nice circle, circle around 1. Glue the back of your left thigh down onto the mat. Both sides of the waist long. Last 3 and 2 and 1. Let's reverse it using the breath. Inhale for the first half of the circle. Exhale for the second half. Good. Last 4, 3. Nice, everyone. 2 and 1. Go ahead and bend the knee and slide it long. Awesome job, you guys. I'm going to pass it on to the next person.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alana, and we're going to keep moving. Got to take off my fun glasses for this because we're doing rolling like a ball. So we're lying on our back already, and let's just bend up our knees, feet flat on the ground. We're going to do a little prep first before we go full out. So curl on up and just reach behind your thighs, similar to what Emily was doing. And now the counterbalance of your feet brings your torso up, and you're sitting up nice and tall, and you can pull the back of your hamstring. Just bring your chest forward a little taller. Nice. And now I'm going to tuck my pelvis, chest goes back, legs are going to come off the floor now into almost tabletop, and I'm lying on my back. Nice. And let's just do that again. So my toes come towards the floor, I look towards my belly. The counterbalance, counterweight of my legs brings my body up, and then I pull my chest forward, sit a little taller. And then I tuck my pelvis, my rib cage pulls back, and my feet slowly, with control, come off the floor. Nice. Let's sit up one more time, this rolling like a ball prep, looking towards my belly button pulled towards the spine the whole time. Nice. You can continue doing those rolling like a ball preps if you prefer, or we're going to go full out rolling like a ball. So I'm going to reach towards my ankles. I'm going to balance on my booty. Look towards my pubic bone the whole time. I inhale, roll back. Exhale, forwards and balance. Nice. Inhale back. Exhale, forwards. 4 more of these. Belly button pulling in the whole time, keeping that curve of the spine. We want a smooth rolling like a ball. We don't want any clunky flat spots. Awesome. We go back and forwards. Last one. Back and forwards. Nice. Let's balance on our booty for one more second. Hands behind the thighs. And similar to how we started, roll on back with control. And we're lying on our back, ready for the series of 5. Opposite hand on my opposite knee. Same hand reaches for that right ankle as I curl up. And then I extend my opposite leg. Nice, inhale and switch. Arms and legs, inhale, nice. And then we can exhale and exhale. 4 more, inhale and inhale and exhale and exhale. Awesome, rest if you need, but both arms are gonna reach for those ankles. Tiny little ball, keeping that curl. Then arms and legs straighten forwards, 2 parallel lines. Awesome, exhale, tiny little ball, 3 more. Inhale, arms and legs reaching forwards, nice. Tiny little ball. And then inhale, reaching forwards. Exhale, tiny little ball. Inhale, reach forwards. Awesome. Bend your knees, rest your head for a moment. Nice deep breath. 3 more exercises to go. Straighten up one leg. I'm going to straighten up my right leg. And then we reach either below or above that right knee. Opposite leg straightens away from us and we're in a curl. We pull that top leg and we switch our grip. Pull, and switch. Awesome. Pull. Belly button stays in the whole time. Pull, and switch. 4 more. We got 4. And switch. Pull, and switch. Last 2. Nice. 1. Straighten both legs up to the ceiling. Rest your head for a moment. Hands are going to interlace behind our head. You can either keep your head glued down, back super active, or extra challenge. We come up back into a curl. Legs glued together, inner thighs glued together, heels lower just a few inches. Exhale, bring them back up. Lower a few inches. Bring it on up. Nice. 2 more. Lower. And lift. And lower. Awesome. Lift. Almost there. Stay in that curl. Bend my right knee and I look past my right knee. And I'm in a bicycle. And then I switch, looking past the left knee. And switch. Opposite leg long and extended. And switch. Nice. 2 more. We got 2. And 1. Awesome. Bend both knees. Hands on your knees. And rock your hips side to side. You did it.
I'm Shelby. So you're still staying on your back for a second before we come back up. I know after those abs, we need a little gentle twist. So just hug your knees in towards your chest and then let your knees drop over to one side. You can extend your opposite arm the other way. Take a deep breath here. And then exhale, you can bring both legs up and over to the other side. So just nice and gentle. Find a twist. And then hug your knees back in towards your chest. And we're going to take a rock up to sitting. So seated here, stretch your legs out in front of you. And let's have those legs about hip distance apart here. Flex through your feet and see if you can really press your legs down into the mat here. If your hamstring's a little tight, you feel like you're unable to get into neutral pelvis, it's okay if the knees are a little bit bent or if you sit up on a block. But see if you can really sit as tall as possible. Fingers are out to the sides of your hips. And then we're going to walk those fingers out to the edges of your mat. Reach your arms up into a T. You're going to hug a tree in front of you. And then imagine there's a beach ball in front of you. We're going to go up and over the beach ball, kind of rounding through your upper back and your mid back. Take 3 little pulses here for 3. Exhale, 2, 1. Bring your arms down by your hips and then roll up to sitting tall. You can also imagine you're up against a wall. So we're going to walk those fingertips out to the sides, open into a T. We hug the tree. Start to peel your skull, your upper back, your mid back away from the wall, but keep the low back against the wall. 3 pulses, scooping pubic bone to belly button for 3, 2, 1. Bring your arms down to your hips and roll back up to the wall. We have 1 more time. Walk those fingertips out, open into your T. Exhale to hug, lift up to go over. Find the spine stretch, little pulses for 3, 2, 1. Drop your arms and roll up to sitting. This time we're going to keep those legs here. We walk out into our T. Now instead of folding forward, we're going to inhale and twist one way, so either the right or the left, and then exhale back to center. Inhale to twist. You can always play around with the breath if exhaling feels better on the rotation. and back to center. Now we're gonna go into our full saw. We inhale and twist. Exhale, start to saw forward towards your opposite pinky toe, and then look towards your back hand. See if you can press your back hand further behind you. Keep your twist, roll up to sit tall, and untwist through center. We twist the other way. Inhale to twist. Exhale to saw forward, but press that back hand further behind you. Inhale, keep the twist, stack your spine. Exhale to center. One more time each side. Inhale, twist. Exhale, dive and press the arm back. Inhale, restack. Exhale, center. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Walk your legs together, walk your arms together, and take a stretch forward, either grabbing your feet or pretending that you can grab them. And then rolling up to sitting. Turn and face me. You're gonna meet me in a mermaid Z-sit. So one shin is in front, one shin to the side. Doesn't matter which one, we're doing both sides. And then see if you can try to anchor both sit bones as best as possible. Totally fine if that back sit bone can't quite reach, but that's our goal. Arms come out to a T. Then we're gonna go towards our front leg. We drop down to the forearm and take a big side bend, lateral flexion. Think of flaring your ribs towards the sky like a fan. We exhale, push off, and we come up to counter stretch. So I like to imagine I'm going into my toaster slots here. So as you side bend, you don't wanna be looking forward or down because then your head gets burnt. So your skull stays in line with your spine. Exhale to push off. Take one more counter stretch. And come tall. We come right back to the forearm, but this time our top hand goes behind our head. Really press head into hand, hand into head. And then exhale, you're gonna flex your spine around your spine as you rotate towards the mat. Think of your elbow reaching towards the mat. And then inhale, extend your spine as you rotate up towards the sky. Again, exhale, flex and rotate. Pushing the floor away. Inhale, extend and rotate. One more time, exhale. Can you get your spine higher to the sky by pushing lower into the mat? And inhale. Turn back into your side bend. Exhale, we push up and we counter stretch. To switch sides, we're gonna come up into I Dream of Jeannie. Stack your arms. From here, we shift back off of our sit bones. We lift both legs through our tabletop position. And then we try to switch over to the second side as gracefully as we possibly can. Don't worry, you get to try it again. Rock back off of your sit bones, lift through center, and switch. This one's super fun homework if you need homework. Lifting through center and switch. Give me two more, one or two more, depending on what side you're on. We want to end on the second side that we have not already done. So when you're there, you're back in your Z-sit. You try to anchor both sit bones as best as you can, nice and neutral, ready to go into your toaster slot. We side bend towards the front leg, up and over like a rainbow. Exhaling to push off, and we counter stretch. Skull stays in line with the spine. One more time, over to the forearm. Exhale to push off and counter stretch. Here comes that yummy rotation. We go back to our forearm. Top hand comes behind your head. Take a moment to press head into hand, hand into head, and then round your spine as you rotate elbow towards the mat. Push the floor away, and then inhale, open your collarbone, extend as you rotate towards the sky. Two more times, exhaling, and inhale. And the last one, exhale, push the floor away. Inhale, open your chest, return into your side bend, come all the way up, and we counter stretch. Sit tall, and thank you for joining me.
Hi, if you haven't met me yet, my name is Stephanie. We're gonna get the spine moving into some extension. We are gonna start sitting. So I'm gonna back up a little bit so you can see me on the mat. Your legs can go anywhere. So straight, bent, cross and bend, wherever you like the best. And we're gonna place one hand, doesn't matter which one, on the back of your neck. Not on the head, yes to the neck. So you're gonna notice just how much room is there for all 4 fingers and your thumb. And then we're gonna take the tiniest chin nod down, and then a tiny chin nod up, letting the chin move away from the chest. And you're gonna keep this on repeat. Exhale, chin down, inhale, chin up. And I just want you to notice when your chin drops, how there's plenty more than enough space for the hand. And then when your chin lifts, you're gonna notice when that hand starts to get crowded. And that's your stopping point. So when you lift the chin, you wanna stop if the hand gets crowded. If you feel like your hand is getting squished or crushed, that would be too much. And we're just bringing awareness to about how much we'll be moving our chin and our head in the next exercise. And we're always gonna keep enough space for a hand back there. So you can just finish up the one that you're on, and then we'll transition to laying prone or face down. Okay, so we're laying down. Now we're gonna reach our hands back by our sides. We're gonna tuck the tailbone under as best you can, lifting the low belly away from the mat as best you can. Forehead gets to rest down. You get to relax the shoulders at first. Whenever you're ready, you're going to pull your shoulder blades back towards your spine, retraction, lifting your head and your chest to a baby hover off the floor. And then use your inhale to lower down, letting the shoulders relax or protract. And then repeat that. Exhale, retract the shoulder blades, lifting up to your small hover. And then inhale, lower, relaxing those shoulders. We're going to take a few more of these. And if you forgot about it, I want to bring your attention back to the space in the back of your neck. And we're just trying to continuously keep enough space for a hand back there. If you ever need to check your work, you can put one hand physically there, or just think of an imaginary hand back there. We're just going to take one more, and you'll stay up in the hover when you get there. And we'll bend the elbows so that the hands can come just in front of the shoulders, and we'll just gently place the hands on the floor. So we're in our small hover, we're still tucking that tailbone under, lifting the low belly. We're gonna start to lift our chest a little higher away from the floor, as high as you can keep the bottom rib on the mat, keeping enough space for a hand on the back of the neck, and then we lower down just to the hover, not full relaxation. And you go again. I'm gonna suggest inhale on your extension or your lifting of the chest, and exhale as you lower, using your exhale to pull that low belly away from the floor. We're gonna take this 2 more times. Inhale on the extension, exhale to lower to the hover. And one more, inhale, extension. And then as you lower to the hover, I'm just gonna note that you could keep the hands on the floor for what we do next, or follow along with my arms. I'm gonna stay in the hover and reach my arms overhead at a low hover above the mat. From here, I'm gonna bend my elbows, guiding them back, and lift up to that extension, really sliding my shoulder blades down. And I go again, lower to the hover, arms reach overhead, that's your exhale. And then as you guide the elbows back, lift up into your extension, that's your inhale. 2 more, exhale, lower to the hover, overhead reach. Inhale, bend the elbows back, shoulders down, extension. 1 more time, lower to the hover, reach. And then bend the elbows back, finding that extension. You're gonna place the hands on the floor, and then just go ahead and lower the forehead down. Okay, next up, we're gonna stagger the hands. So I'm gonna place my right hand just a couple inches further forward, and my left hand a couple inches further back. Once I have that, I'm gonna make sure my legs are wide, and I'm gonna take external rotation, knees and toes pointing away from my middle. Glutes on. I'm gonna let myself press into the arms and extend up as high as my back is comfortable. I'm gonna turn my chest towards my back hand, which is my left, and take a little rotation with my extension. Yep. We're gonna lower down and find the center, bringing your gaze to the floor, come all the way down for a resting position, and repeat the same side, slowly extending up. You can take an inhale and an exhale as you go up there, pushing into your rotation, and then another inhale and an exhale to lower down, because we're going that slow. 1 more on this side, pressing into the hands, shoulders down. I'm rotating towards the back arm, and then lowering through to the center. When you get down there, let's switch. So we're just gonna take the left hand a little forward, the right hand a little back, And here we go, pressing into the arms, inhaling, and then exhaling as I extend and rotate towards my back arm. And I inhale and exhale as I unwind back to the floor. Again, shoulders down, inhale and exhale. You decide how far to take it. And again, inhale, exhale to lower down. We've got one more. Shoulders down, inhale, exhale, taking that twist, lowering down, inhale, exhale. When you get to the bottom, just even out your hands, both hands a little in front of the shoulders. Check that the glutes are still on. And then just take one extension through the center as high as you're interested in going, zipping up the belly, shoulders pulling down. And then we get to lower all the way to the mat. I'm going to tuck my toes just for some control, scoop the belly, guide my hands back a little so I can push myself into a shell stretch. I'm going to let the back round and release. We're going to take both hands over to the left. Let your pelvis pull to the right and take a couple breaths, working to relax your neck, shoulders, and hips. Let's walk our hands through to the other side, hands to the right, pelvis pulling over to the left, and take a couple breaths, working to relax the neck, shoulders, and hips. Great, when you feel satisfied with that, just walk your hands in, bring yourself upright, and that's all I have.
We have Tyler now.
Hi. We're going to go ahead and lie on our left side here. So I'm going to be on my left elbow, propping myself up, and my knees are going to come forward like I'm sitting in a chair, stacked up on top of each other. So we're stacking our hips and stacking our knees. All righty. Right hand can come to your hip there, and just make sure you're pushing away from the floor there so your side waist is lifting up and off of that floor. Now let's go ahead and start with a little basic clamshell motion. So I'm going to go ahead and open that top knee up like I'm opening up a big book, and then closing that knee back down. Finding this external rotation to lift that knee back up, and then I close it back down. So as I lift, try not to let the pelvis itself tip backwards. Just find that external rotation from the hip. 3 more times. We go for 3. Inhale, lower. And 2. Inhale, lower. Looks good. And 1 more. And lower it back down. Now, can you go ahead and float the whole leg up, floating above the bottom leg? So nice and parallel, shins are parallel with the front edge of the mat. You're going to pretend like you're pushing something away with that right heel. So exhale, slide the leg out, keeping the knee and the ankle even with the hip, and then bend that knee, come back in. Exhale, push out, and then inhale, come back in. Can you keep that foot flexed, pushing with the heel, parallel leg? Good, and then inhale back in 4 more times. We go for 4. Inhale in, and 3. Inhale back in. Good, we got 2. Inhale in, and 1. Stretch it out nice and long there. You're gonna go ahead and lift that ankle bone up a few inches and down a few inches. Up a few inches and down a few inches. So you wanna start to feel that outer hip working there to lift the leg, and then lower back down. Lift it up nice and long, and then lower back down. We got 4 more. We got 4, and down, and 3, and down. Good. For 2, and down, and 1, and down. Lift it back up to hip height. Slide that knee back in, and lower it down. Give it a little break. You can give that booty a little pat if you need to. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hover that knee back up again, parallel. Stretch it out at hip height. From here, we're gonna find a little external rotation. So you're gonna twist that leg in the hip socket so the toes point upward, and then rotate back to parallel. Good, it's like I'm turning a rotisserie chicken here, and then turn it back to parallel. So careful not to let that pelvis tip backwards. You're just rotating that hip bone or the thigh bone right there in the hip socket. So let's go for 4. And 3. Good.
Oh God.
And 2. And 1. I heard that. All right, go ahead and slide that knee back in. All right, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and stay lifted up nice and high up off that floor. You're going to stretch the leg out 1 more time, all the way out parallel, flexing through that heel. Now you're going to keep the pelvis stacked as you sweep the leg forward on an exhale. Take 2 pulses forward. We go pulse once and twice. Point the toe, inhale, sweep it back 1. Good. Exhale, flex the foot, bring it forward, pulse twice, once and twice. Point the toe, sweep it back. Let's go 3 more times. We go for 3, pulse once and twice. Point the toe, sweep it back. Last one, flex the foot, bring it forward, pulse once, pulse twice. Point the toe and sweep it back. Good. Now, can you lower the leg down? We're going to reach the right arm out, and then you're going to go ahead and reach up and over, starting to face the front edge of your mat there. So we get a little rotation, pushing into the elbow so you lift the spine up and away from that mat. Now you're going to flex that foot, keep it turned into parallel. You're going to lift that your right leg up and down and up and down. So you just feel that little squeeze in that hip as you raise it up and down and up and down. 4 more. We go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Looks good. Go ahead and come back, hand on the hip. Last little bit here, point that toe. You're going to circle tiny little circles with that big toe. So I'm pointing that foot and circling, circling, circling. These circles should be really small. They're about the size of a mandarin orange there. So one of those little cuties you see at the grocery store. We go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let's circle the other way, up and around. Good, up and around. Keep that pelvis stacked. We go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. Go ahead and bend that knee back in, lower it down. Before we go to the other side, let's go ahead and lay on our back, do a figure 4 stretch. So I'm going to take my right ankle, cross it over my left knee, and then pull my left thigh in towards my chest, just stretching out the back of that right hip. Good. Try to relax that right knee away from your shoulder there. Take another deep inhale and exhale. We're going to go ahead and uncross those legs, come on up and roll over onto our other side. All right, so now I'm on my right elbow, knees are stacked forward, nice flat neutral spine there. And we're going to go ahead and find our clamshells on this side. So keeping the ankles connected at first, go ahead and lift the top knee up and then back down. Careful not to let the pelvis rock backward. Careful not to sink into that right shoulder, keeping up and away from that floor. Finding that external rotation and then back down. We got 5 more. We go for 5. Inhale down. And 4. And down. Looks good. Last 3. And 2. Good. And 1. Lower it back down. Good. Now just double check. Make sure that the shins are more or less parallel with the front edge of your mat. Go ahead and hover that top leg up. You're going to flex through the foot, turn into parallel, and press the heel away from you. And then slide that knee back in. Good. Exhale, press that leg away. And then slide that knee back in. Keep pushing down into that elbow to lift up and away from the mat there. Pressing out and back in. Can we go for 4 more? We got 4. And 3. Looks good. For 2. And 1. Stretch that leg out nice and long. Keep the foot flexed, turn parallel, lift the ankle bone up and down and up and down. Nice. Keep it up there. Try to keep that sideways lifted up and away from the mat, lifting the ankle and lowering, lifting and lowering. Good. For 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it. Now, can you externally rotate that leg and then back to parallel? Externally rotate and then back to parallel. So I'm keeping my knee and my ankle hovering at hip height there, rotating the entire leg in the hip socket without tipping the pelvis back. We go for 5 and 4, keep breathing, and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. Go ahead and slide that knee back in, lower it down, and give yourself a little love pat if you need that. All righty, make sure you have the space. We're going to take our front facing kick now. So go ahead and lift that top leg up, press it out, flexing the foot. You're going to exhale to sweep forward 2 pulses. Pulse 1, pulse twice, point the toe, inhale, sweep it back. Nice. Exhale, sweep the leg forward, flexed foot. Pulse once, pulse twice, point the toe, sweep it back. Nice. 3 more times. We go for 3. Point the toe, inhale, sweep it back. And 2, flex and bring it forward. Point the toe, inhale, sweep it back. And 1 more, go ahead and flex that foot, bring it forward, pulse once, pulse twice, sweep it back. In line with the body, go ahead and lower the leg down. Now reach the left arm out And then you're going to go ahead and twist through the rib cage, reaching away from that left leg. Pushing down into that right shoulder. Can you go ahead and flex that left foot and lift it up and down and up and down? Try to keep that hip stacked and keep that back leg turned into parallel. We go for 5 and 4. Nice. Last 3 and 2 and 1. Go ahead and turn back to face the front. Bring that leg back in and lower it down for just a second. All right, last little bit here, everybody. We're going to go ahead and hover that top leg one more time. Press it all the way out. Point the toe and draw your tiny little circle. So you're drawing your circle about the size of a mandarin orange, keeping it super small. Not much going on in the upper body other than stabilizing. We go for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Circle the other way. Circle back. Good. Keep those hips stacked. You should feel that burn by now. That's what we come for, right? Come to Pilates class. Let's go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bend that knee back in. Lower it down. We'll roll onto our back to stretch it out. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. And then go ahead and pull that right thigh in towards your chest. Get that nice stretch through the back of your left hip. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. One more deep inhale here as you relax that knee away from your shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Uncross those legs. And I'm going to pass it over to Richie.
Tyler, that was awesome. Yes. My name is Richie Masterscusa, and I'll be teaching you the teaser prep. And I'm going to be teaching you teaser after that. So let's start with teaser prep. So we're going to lay back down, work, and we're going to bring our arms over our head and to the back wall. Now, I want you to take the right leg off the mat so you're knee to knee. The right leg is extended. The left leg is on the mat. You're going to inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling, and exhale, reach all the way up and reach towards those toes. So sit all the way up and reach towards those toes. Now, we're going to round the spine back, leading with your lumbar spine, lowering down and all the way down, arms over the head. Now, put the right foot down and lift the left foot up. So you're knee to knee. Inhale, arms are up. Exhale, tuck the chin, rounding up, sit all the way up, reach for those toes. And now rounding back and reach the arms up. Are we breathing? Right foot down. Now let's get a little more fancy pants. Right leg up. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the chin, sit all the way up, reach towards the feet. Now, I want you to take the left foot to match the right foot. I want the right foot to go down, and I want you to roll all the way down, arms up to the ceiling. Ooh, that was so fancy. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, tuck the chin, come to a seated position, using your abs, reaching to the toes. Match the right foot to the left foot down, and rounding all the way down, arms are up. So that was your teaser prep. So now I think you're ready for teaser. So let's do some teaser 1. We'll bring the right leg to a tabletop. The left leg matches it. Now, here we go. We're going to take a nice inhale here. Exhale, we're going to reach toward the toes, come to a seated position, and you're in a nice V position. Point those beautiful feet, hold it. Nice. And rounding back, bending your knees, reaching your arms back. We're just going to do one more here. We take an inhale. We exhale. We reach our legs up, reaching towards the feet. Now, this is our ending here. We're going to lower our legs, reach our arms up and around and down, just like Swan Lake. And we're down. Oh, yes. Get that nice stretch here. And stacking the vertebrae up, rolling the spine up into a nice seated position. And now we're going to work our way up. So we're going to come to a little bit forward of the mat, and we're going to do some seal. Now, I love seal because it's so fun, and it always marks, it's towards the end of class. So right hand underneath the right leg. And underneath the left leg, like Alana taught us earlier, rolling like a ball. It's very similar, right? So we round our spine into our flexion. We clap our feet together 3 times. Clap, clap, clap. We roll back just to our shoulders, no further. 3 claps with our feet. Roll up 3 claps. Whee! Roll back 3 claps. Roll up 3 claps. And one more like that. Roll back 3 claps. Roll up 3 claps. So in the next one, when we sit up, we're going to cross one leg over the other leg and come to a standing position. You ready? 3 claps. Roll back 3 claps. Roll up, cross one leg over the other leg. Stand all the way up. Ta-da! I always like to finish with a nice Simone Biles, nice little stance there. And now let's do our roll down into some push-ups, okay? So our feet are shoulder width apart. And let's just do some breathing here. Take an inhale, bend the knees, inhale. And exhale, arms down. And one more inhale, big inhale, bend the knees, inhale. Straighten the legs. Now, you're gonna reach the arms up, and you're gonna reach up and over like you're going through a straw. Go all the way down. We're gonna walk out right, left, right. Now, you're welcome to do the push-ups. I didn't blow my camera down. You're welcome to do the push-ups on the knees, or you can do straight leg. We're just gonna do 3 elbows in. Elbows in, 1 and up, 2 and up. Nice and slow. 3 and up. We walk back, right, left, right, stay. We bend your knees slightly. Head is heavy. We slowly round up. Slowly. Like a rag doll. All the way up. And 4 shoulder rolls back. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was so riveting. We're going to do it again. And inhale. Bend the knees. Arms up. Now exhale. Reach up and over. Shoulder. Now we're going to start with our left hand. Left, right, left into the plank. Elbows are in. And 3 push-ups. 1 slow and up. Slow and steady. 2 and up. 3 and up. Hold it here. Walk back. Right, left, right. Hold it here. I want you to bend the knees and now straighten the legs. Bend the knees, straighten the legs. Bend the knees, hold it bent. Head is heavy. Slowly round up. 1 vertebra at a time. Come all the way up. Here we go. I want your palms face the leg. I want you to lift the shoulders up. I want you to roll the shoulders back. Palms are forward. I want you to look over to your right. Look to your center. Look to your left. And look to your center. And there it is.
Thank you to all our PRNY clients and future clients, because everybody's going to want to come to our classes now. We're so much fun.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay. Happy New Year,
This is
everyone.
what
Hi, Ross. Hi, Emily. Hi, Ann.